after he revealed that 2024 will be his last year on the tour. We'll wait and see. Also revealed in the press this week that he's never been on a sunbed and never had a perm. Huge bits of breaking news from the last few days in darts. But it is serious stuff now, especially for Daryl Gurney, who's had a bit of a mixed year. He says it's a decent year. We did get to the quarter-final of the World Match Play this year, didn't he? And as Webby mentioned in the studio, a career high of 3rd in the order of merit, currently 27th. He certainly wants to aim a bit higher there. And surely this can't be the last time on the Ali Pali stage for Steve Beaton. Surely, surely not. We'll see what happens come the end of the year. Mark Webster, didn't he also said to us he loves it too much to call it a day with his exhibitions as well. Beaton also revealed he only sees his wife half of the year. Well, two men who do know him well are in the comms box. It's John Part and Dan Dawson.
Yes, thank you very much, Bridgie. Steve Beaton and Daryl Gurney. Gurney super chin, so called because the most prominent physical feature of his is his jawline. And Steve Beaton, the bronzed Adonis, so called because the most prominent physical feature is all of him. Look at him. What a game we've got to round off the afternoon session for you. Daryl Gurney is an enigma, a two-time major champion, a guy who seems to raise his game to play his best stuff when he's up against the very best in the world, and arguably the best display that we've seen this year, an individual performance, would be his demolishing of Gary Anderson at the World Match Play. And yet the consistency isn't there. He loses games he should win and wins games he should lose. John Part, what do you make of it?
Well, I don't think it's all that unusual. The mere mortals of the darts world, it's quite common, in fact. It's easier to focus and concentrate when you feel the threat in front of you. 95. And it's also, when you play a lot of darts, it can sometimes feel a little routine, and without disrespecting opponents, you can just not be concerned. You're going about your job, and you're just going to play, and that often results in not the best results.
Well, there'll be no disrespect for the Adonis. Still playing world-class darts. Double 16 for the opening leg. Super Chin takes it with a minimum of fuss. Dealt with a very tricky opponent in round one, did Beaton. Vessel Nyman, the youngster, qualifying through the development tour. He's been playing magnificent darts. Quite a close game, ended up winning it 3-1. Could have been closer, but he may have to find another level again against Super Chin.
83.
I think Daryl's done enough right this year, enough good points that he can feel like he can come in here and make a good run and possibly lift that trophy for a first time. I think there's enough there to give him hope.
Well, he was saying just a couple of months ago, there were a bunch of things I wanted to do. Win a title, obviously, did that. Win a Euro Tour, did that. Won a major, done that. Hadn't hit a 9-darter in competitive play until the back end of this year. Did that in a last leg decider as well on the Pro Tour. The best time to hit a perfect leg. The very next game, he produced a career high average of close to 118. Double 8 for an 87 and a break of throw. Well, he will be back. But it just shows that Daryl Gurney, those highlights, the 9-darter, the record average, the incredible display against Gary Anderson at the match play. He may be 27 in the world. He may be nowhere near that high ranking of number 3 in the 2 major titles. There is still more to come from Super Chin, and that wraps up the second leg.
Daryl Gurney, third leg, Daryl in front first. Game on.
Well, just fantastic opening here. Averaging 111 after 2 legs. That's the kind of talent we're trying to tell you that this man has, and proof is here. And it looks like he's ready to show the world at the World Championship. This is still here. I have this, and does he have the element of surprise, perhaps, against some of the more seasoned world champion performers? I don't know. Maybe.
56.
Well, we did say at the top of this that Gurney is a player who, against the very top players in the world, seems to turn it on, but sometimes he doesn't seem to find those levels against players that he's ranked higher than. Well, here he has come out firing. There's that switch to the treble 18. That's become a part of his game more over the last year or two. Rather than switching down to the 19s, it's the 18 switch, a bit like Dennis Priestley.
95.
Well, he got Steve involved with the singing on his walk-on. And it's all been extremely good winging since then. The singing wing is in effect.
The old sing and wing, eh, John?
100. That will require 100.
Steve Beaton with a ton to leave 163. He may have been playing this game for decades, but he still can't count. Gurney looking to wrap up the opening set on double top for a 160.
140.
Well, Steve would love to be able to give us that sort of entertainment, but he doesn't have a finish. Unfortunately, bogey number.
97. That will require 20.
Double 10. Gurney sweeps the opening set. An excellent start to the World Championship from the Northern Irishman. 105 average, very impressive. Afternoon session and the final day before the Christmas break, and Super Chin has made a super start against the bronzed Adonis Steve Beaton. That's about as pally as it got, with a little sing-along at the start, because then Gurney went about his business in just mauling Steve Beaton. 3 legs on the spin. The Adonis has not had a dart at double, and it's difficult to get one when your opponent's chucking 105 average. Very, very encouraging. We questioned whether Gurney would be able to be at this level against a player he's expected to beat, because that has been his downfall in recent times, but there is no problem so far. And there is a little bit of a clue in the history of these guys. Steve Beaton has beaten Daryl Gurney more than he's lost to him, but the only wins that he's had have been in the floor tournaments away from the TV cameras. Every time they're on a stage, Daryl Gurney has won. It's happened 4 times at their 10 meetings, and it looks, if this carries on, it's going to be another big stage win for Super Chin.
Oh, it sort of leads me to believe that Daryl's the bigger peacock. And wow, what a statement against Steve Beaton.
Well, he does have a bit of a swagger about him when he's at his best, Super Chin.
93.
It's the aggression. Angry Daryl is a good Daryl.
And stage Daryl is a good Daryl.
Yeah. Never see Steve Beaton angry. Why would you? What's there to be angry about?
92.
And Gurney not on a finish. Beaton is going to get to one.
84.
It's not an amazing one.
Yeah, it's certainly a break opportunity for Gurney here. Just a 16 now, can leave tops, or he's not going to go up there. Oh, he risked it. Risked the bust. You'd hit those flights to go down and in. Uh-oh.
Trouble 20 and ball for the bronze Adonis, and still he waits to get a dart at double in this game. Daryl Gurney leaving double 18. It is often his go-to double nowadays. But he doesn't go to it there.
Stevie requires 75.
So trouble 17, 18 for tops for his first leg of the match.
35.
And didn't really give it much chance with that one. Sailed away.
Straight at the double 9. Inching closer. And closer still, but not close enough.
Steve, you require Fulton.
Oh, what a lovely dart that was. And you know, he made the most of being let off the hook. And sometimes I say you need to punish people when they make a mistake, but by the same token, if you get let off, you better make the person feel that they didn't punish you. It's the reverse punishment.
Well, Daryl Gurney responding in the correct fashion.
I think he was just annoyed, really.
Well, we said angry Daryl is good Daryl. It was a period where Daryl Gurney, back in his Premier League days, and I make that sound as if it was decades ago, not that long ago, but when he was a Premier League player, he was right up there as one of, if not the biggest 180 hitter in the sport. It is a brilliant foundation upon which to base your game. If you're outscoring people consistently, you get more chances. He's not quite like that nowadays, but he's still a big scorer. That is a little bit close. You mentioned the danger of busting in the last leg. Well, he very nearly did there.
Well, that's the problem always there in that combination for 56. If you want the 18s, you're always going to have that as a possibility. That's a good one to work with. Oh, just took way too much off it. Double 9. It is there. 15 dart leg, and more of the same of the first set there. Back on track.
59.
Now, if you're going to leave double 18 a lot, you best practice double 9 because you're going to need it sooner or later.
128.
That whole 18 segments has become a big part of Gurney's game, the treble and the double.
99.
There's the dart he wants. Because it makes it easier to follow, and it's 180 number 3.
It just looks too easy.
Well, that wasn't easy. Had a block of darts, still found his way through with one of the two subsequent darts, and threatening a break of throw.
92. Darwin required 93.
You know, threatening an 11 dart leg, maybe a 12 now. And well, the legend Beaton. You get a legendary out here.
Doesn't really get near it, and Daryl Gurney continues his quest for double 18. And he finds it, and he points at it just to remind himself where it was. Break a throw. Gurney leads 2-1 in this second set, and it is all going Super Chin's way here.
Yeah, I think that was his way of telling himself there's not supposed to be any misses with that target. That's my favorite. I'm not having it. No misses.
60.
Does that work?
It does sometimes. Yes.
Okay.
You can instruct your darts. You can instruct the board. Once in a while, you can have a go at the referee. Whatever.
100.
Steve Beaton will feel he's being got at the moment. Is there any kind of resistance?
100.
As this game started with Beaton languishing in the sort of low 80s averages, it's not really improved on that.
100.
Well, I mean, so far in the match, Daryl must be very pleased with how he's performed.
59.
Of course, he's still focused. He won't be enjoying too much. He's still doing a job, a mighty job on Steve Beaton here.
99. 95. Daryl will require
Joins Gurney on a big combo finish. Gurney gets the first poke. Incorporate the bullseye. Yeah, sensible play.
86. Steve will require 148.
And that hurts. Yeah, bit of a wince. So close, but really not helping the problem at all.
Daryl will require 56.
20 for double 18, you would expect. Looks like he's finding his range on that double, and it looks like he is honing in on a spot in round 3, because Steve Beaton only has one solitary leg to his name. It is 2-0 Gurney in sets. Welcome back to Ali Pali, the final day of action before the Christmas break. We are setting up the round of 32, and right now it looks like Daryl Gurney is cruising his way through. The roar there on pinning double 18 for the second leg running to take a 2-0 lead in sets over the bronzed Adonis Steve Beaton. One more set required for Super Chin, who is way ahead in every single metric. Steve Beaton has only had darts to win one leg of this match. He did win it, but it didn't do him much good.
No, it didn't, and it seems very much as if Steve may have announced his retirement too early. It's already come into effect, it seems, in this match. But there's still time. He could turn it around.
But there is a concerted effort among some darts professionals following the legend's announcement that he would retire at the end of next year to persuade him otherwise. The likes of Ross Smith and Nathan Aspinall, I believe, are in operation convince Steve to unretire.
Well, and I love that, and I think it's great, and it just shows how loved he is on the tour. The only problem is Steve's convincing himself to retire here.
Yeah, well, Daryl Gurney is certainly not joining in with the efforts to persuade Steve to stick around. He's trying to get rid of him as quickly as possible. 4 perfect darts to start this leg. And this would have been important for Super Chin, having lost his first game last year. First time he's ever come to Ali Pali, and lost his opening match last year. Alan Suter turned him over before going on a run to the last 16. He's going to go for it, is he? Well, we'll never know.
93.
Well, Gurney certainly does seem potent to perform at his best here. He has been playing very well, and I think there's a little more than what he's showing here with inside of him. You've cited some of the things he's achieved this year earlier, and another double 18, and he's rolling along merrily.
Yeah, he's got his range on that double 18 now. Leaving it all match, now starting to hit it very regularly. But you're right, he said that I've done everything I wanted. I've won all the big titles, or I've won big titles. I've hit a 9-darter. I've still got unfinished business. I believe there's another major title or 2 in me. Oh, Steve Beaton with a max, his first of the game. Maybe there's life in this contest.
Hello. Welcome.
95.
We should have learnt our lesson, John Parr. We've seen players go 2-0 down in sets and look like they're destined to go out the tournament, and then things have changed, and things are changing here.
Mildly. Only back-to-back 180s from Steve.
Only a matter of time before real Steve Beaton showed up. Double 16. Beautiful 11-darter.
It was only a matter of time, but that time was running out, and he's just about got it in time to, if he can keep this standard up, maybe pulling back a set.
56.
You've got to find a breaker throw in this set, Steve Beaton. But if he can, and he can nick the set, Just have the darts in the next set, and things can change. Don't necessarily have to do a Florian Hempel and just turn into prime Phil Taylor for 10 minutes, but hang about. Daryl Gurney with a 5th max.
Well, the end of that last leg looked like a Florian Hempel to me.
It did. Got to sustain it though.
78.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Back-to-back 180s from Beaton. Gurney returns the favour.
Darts can be so much fun when you're up there. he enjoyed that so much.
Double 14. Oh, it's really good. 11 darter right back at Steve Beaton from Daryl Gurney, who moves within a leg of the post-Christmas action and a meeting with either Nathan Aspinall or Rapid Ricky Evans. That will be the last game in tonight's session.
'83.
He's in again. And again. Daryl Gurney, the maximum hitting machine from a few years ago, evident on stage at Ali Pali.
96.
Well, if you could say Daryl Gurney of a few years ago is here, then he's got a good chance.
Two-time quarter-finalist in this tournament, of course. Last time he reached the quarter-finals a couple of years ago, only lost to Gerwyn Price in a deciding set, a match where he won more legs than the Iceman, who, of course, went on to become world champion.
Oh, winning legs is overrated, Dan.
Sets are better. It's difficult to win one without the other, though, isn't it, John?
I got past Phil in a final winning less legs. I mean, come on. What's the matter?
Oh, could he wrap it up here? With a sensational 155 match winner.
36. Stevie require 84.
To the 14 segment. Bull to stay alive. And he's staying alive, Steve Beaton.
Is that Hempel-esque enough for you? He's just hanging on. You have to love it.
Daryl Gurney, a chance to close it out on throw if he does not. The Adonis lives to fight another set. Beautiful dart in the bullseye.
Oh, and more beauty to follow. What else from the Adonis? But that beauty.
Well, Steve Beaton has woken up. He's averaging 109 in this set. Oh! Behold that gorgeous throw. Make a Bengal tiger purr like a kitten.
78.
He's stolen the darts. He might be stealing the set.
85.
Well, some math needs to be done. He's taking care of that. He's going to stay down.
58. Stevie require 136.
6 stars from here. A single 16 leaves himself on tops, and Steve Beaton survived the dart to lose this 3-0 in sets and 9-2 in legs.
And now he's calling the shots.
The shot is tops. And the shot is taken out. Steve Beaton takes the set. We're into a fourth. He's got the darts. 107 set average from Steve Beaton there. It was 109 for Gurney, and he didn't win it.
125.
Well, anyone that's been following this tournament knows now that Daryl Gurney isn't exactly comfortable at this point.
140.
How does that happen? Look at the first 2 sets from Beaton, then all of a sudden, as he's being ushered to the exit door, he turns around and decides to show his class. There is only one Steve Beaton, Alexandra Palace.
Well, if this is his last ever appearance, at least he's something to remember fondly in that 3rd set. Will it be more than that?
Well, there may only be one Steve Beaton, but that 3rd set, Daryl Gurney will feel like he was playing at least 4 of them.
It was an ambush, really. To be fair to Daryl, I mean, what on earth? I mean, he was cruising along just fine. He was about to win, and wait a minute, I didn't win. It's crazy stuff.
I mean, stats-wise, it was Gurney's best set of the match. It's the only one he's lost.
Well, yeah, he did nothing wrong.
57.
Little bit messy there from Beaton.
149.
And that's too tricky for Gurney. So Steve Beaton to hold his throne. And if he does that in this set, he can level this match.
Requires 78.
So 20. And tops.
Game shown in the first round.
Oh, he can't miss now, can he?
Second leg, down the front.
He's too good.
Game on.
Well, look at that. Daryl Gurney's had 3 times the number of darts at double as Steve Beaton. One of the reasons Beaton hasn't had that many darts at double, he's hitting it first dart most of the time.
43.
Ooh, and a bit of a let-up there. And Daryl's mild scoring effort in the first visit, which he repeats, is doing the job. Well, is it too early to write the leg off?
Well, he can afford to have a couple of bad legs. It's the beauty of set play, isn't it? You can take some legs. They don't matter as long as I win 3 in the set.
Absolutely, and that is the thing. You know, you're allowed to have bad visits and bad legs, and the set play grants you that luxury.
99.
Needs to fill it up to get to a finish. That's not going to happen, so Daryl Gurney looking comfortable just to stop this little run of 3 legs from Beaton. Again, doesn't want to catch the flight and bust a score. He's thrown the flatty dart, so it's not in the way of the double top. Bit of innovation from Daryl Gurney. He's the guy that introduced it. Just changes how he holds the dart, holds it a little bit further back, lets it go, and it changes how the dart flies in so it doesn't stick up and block that double top bet.
Well, we kind of wrote Steve off in this. Daryl needs to handle this situation, and he does. Crowd on his back, but didn't look like he cared much. He took the leg.
And Steve Beaton kicks off ton 40 on front, fighting for his World Championship survival.
100.
Kicking and screaming for survival here.
2 sets of dominance for Gurney. A set and a half that has been very, very even, but Beaton nicked one of them, and he is in the driver's seat in this one.
Oh, so unlucky there, but he was fortunate. It did get to single 20 at least.
Gets the trouble, leaves the ball. Not this time. It's probably one he can afford to miss.
And by some chance, he's left a double if he chooses to go straight at it. Some don't.
Stadium required 38.
Splits it and leaves double 14. That's not what he wanted. He wanted double 16. Does not matter. Takes it out. Holds through again. One leg away from a level match. This could get a little bit nervy for Daryl Gurney.
92.
I think it is already a little nervy for Daryl Gurney. He's got the crowd getting on him. He's got Steve getting on him is the most important thing, but yeah, he's being tested.
He missed double 19 for a sensational 155 checkout and a 3-0 win. Beaton saves his skin with an 84 checkout on the bullseye, and now is causing him serious problems.
And that's a bit of an opening to attack the throw, but you got to get those big trebles. He gets one. Gurney's still in an okay position here, but has to think about doing it at 6. That's a bit of a pressure.
96.
One big trouble for Gurney as well. Leaves the 1-3-2 finish.
Yeah, I always feel good if I leave that myself, and I think they do too.
57. Just,
you can involve the bull. It just seems that much easier than a 2 treble to double.
Can he find another in there? Or does he go for the 14s? Looks like he's going at the ball. What a shot! Double 16. Oh, yes! Magnificent! Gurney takes it to a deciding leg in this set, but Beaton still is favourite to level the match.
The way he's comporting himself and handling this, the environment and everything else, this may be the best version of Daryl Gurney I've seen.
Well, he was brilliant when he was making all the running. Steve Beaton is hit back, and Gurney's level has not dropped. He's still averaging a ton. That is 8 180s. You can see him just trudging around, keeping his head down. He does not want to celebrate. He says if he celebrates, the adrenaline goes, his darts go haywire. He is trying to maintain his focus.
He's getting very close to crossing the line, but will Steve let him? Needed all of it and missed.
He did all of it to get to a finish. He does have his nose in front, but Gurney has stolen the darts effectively. What can he leave? He is guaranteed a shot if he leaves himself on a checkout, which he does just about.
Steve Beaton is not discouraged.
Does he get another match dart? Couldn't take the 155. How about the 136? Oh my days, Daryl Gurney! Now the celebration start. Sensational from Super Chin. Back-to-back finishes of 132 and 136 to stop Beaton in his tracks just when it looked like the bronzed Adonis might turn things around. A brilliant display from Super Chin. Big finishes, loads of 180s, ton-plus average. That is the Super Chin of old, John Park.
Well, I think that's better than the Super Chin of old. I think this is the Mark II is absolutely showing credibility as a title contender. And there's the respect. And Steve has a laugh. They started the match, embraced, and wow, they really competed at the highest of levels once we got to set 3. It was blazing.
Steve Beaton, in his 33rd consecutive appearance at a World Championship, bows out, but he showed us there that he still has plenty to offer. But it was not enough to stop Daryl Gurney, whose massive combo finishing looked like he might have blown his chance when he missed the 155 for a 3-0 win. But that celebration after the 136 match winner and it followed a 1-3-2 checkout to level that fourth set up. Respect for the Adonis, who thinks about putting the boot in, but heads for the exit door at Alexandra Palace. And Super Chin will be in the post-Christmas action to face Nathan Aspinall or Ricky Evans.
Well, what a phenomenal game. A phenomenal finish. It was a phenomenal comeback, but it looked to be for Steve Beaton. But that average from Daryl Gurney has seen him through to the third round. Took a risk there with the crowd cupping the ears, but it was relief as well because the comeback looked on from Steve Beaton. He was rolling back the ears. The crowd were well across him, supporting him, but in the end,